Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about Lonali and my proposal for them to make a biostimulant. Lonali is a company that works in the agricultural and food industry, but they inevitably generate a massive volume of carrot waste, which is around 45 tons per cycle. These residues are nothing but a missed opportunity. My proposal is BioCarrot, a sustainable biostimulant that transforms Lonali's organic waste into a high-value biotechnological product, making them have more environmental liability and a compromise with sustainability, and approaching them to a model of a circular economy. Our solution and innovation is based on a solid liquid extraction followed by a special microbial fermentation that is anaerobic. We use Lactobacillus plantarum and ginger to promote lactic acid production and stabilize the extract. As commented in our previous executive summary, we adjusted the initial pH to 6.58 to create the perfect environment for microbial growth. This biological status biotransforms the carrier nutrients into growth-promoting compounds. An example for this is indole-3 acetic acid, which are essential for increasing crop yield and plant stress tolerance. Transparency in research is key. During laboratory phases and laboratory assays, we observed that fermentation was successful and the pH weren't that separated between the range expected, but the initial seed germination was not observed. There was no initial seed germination. We did a surveillance, an analysis, and an approach, and we identified that the process could require a better nutrient profile and better conditions, since we did the plant growth in the dark following our methodology. So it could be the absence of light, the viability of the seeds, or maybe it needs more nutrients. So as a result, and as a replanning, restructuring of our methodology, we included Murashige and Skook basal medium. This innovation ensures that the carrot provides micro and macronutrients that the medium provides, as well as minerals and salts that will help the plant feel less hunger, have a more robust nutrient profile, and this guarantees effectiveness in the field, making a more competent product and that has a high performance biotechnological formula. For the business case, this is solid and concise. To implement this into an industrial scale for Lonali, there is an investment required of 5.8 million pesos divided in the equipment, additional costs, permits, and overall operations. But doing this process reduces the lab scale cost of making the product from 110 pesos to only 25 pesos per liter, which is 3.8 times cheaper. Since Lonali already has the raw material, the competitive advantage is just unmatched. Having a target market price of 120 pesos, we predict a 1-year return of investment of 178%. The project could reach the break-even point with about 5 to 6% of annual capacity sold. Following with the strategy, we are currently at TRL3, since we have validated the proof of concept. But to reach TRL 6, which is our goal in the operational environment, we need a funding strategy that is hybrid. So we will target CECITI grants for research and development leverage, and we will look for leverage in banks like Banbajío, BBVA for loans that have approximately an 18 to 20% interest fee, and we will do the rest of the equipment with this financial aid. These institutions will offer trials for agro-industry innovations, so this makes this a low risk for Lonali. Conclusion, based on the scientific evidence and the projections that we'll make for the finances, I strongly recommend proceeding with BioCarrot. We have the technology to turn Lonali's waste into a market-leading biostimulant. So let's cultivate the future of sustainable agriculture together.